Hey guys, welcome to the shop and check out what we got today. We got issue 18, all right, and we have all of our parts. We also have a little quick synopsis of what we've gotten done so far from the last issue. We still have this on ready to go. We're going to be adding some more parts, so we're going to get right to it, guys. Basically, all the parts are here. So let's just get right to it, man. This looks pretty good. All right, guys, so real quick, just because we are past the halfway marker, we're gonna move a little quicker. All right, we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. And great news, we still have a couple magazines coming in to finish the whole collection so we can go even faster. So check this out real quick. We're just gonna work on some windows here. There's still the long windows. There's still only one way to put them on. So we're gonna put this upside down, start putting in our windows. Then we're gonna put on this cap, use the BP screws, and then we'll come back, and sooner or later we'll be bringing back the saucer and we'll be able to put it all in. All right, so step A is done, and now we're gonna go on to step B. And step B is where we're going to utilize the lights, and we got to bring back the saucer. Okay, so we have our piece here, and we have the two electro lights here that are going to go into these slots. This is how this looks, very similar to the other pieces that are here. I still have that light leak right here. I'm hoping that everything will kind of go closer together at this juncture here, but I'm gonna see what this side does, and hopefully everything clicks in. If it does not, then I'm going to need to put something here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach the lights to this. All right, we then later on will have this piece coming in. That'll be coming up in step C, but for now we're gonna be putting in these two lights and this third one, which is gonna go up at the top. All right, so we're gonna knock that out, and we'll be right back with that. Okay, so just a little interrupt on our video from the last one. I'm going to show you this real quick, kind of close up. You see how this looks connected, and then you come here and you could see the connector slots, which I'm at this point right now, and I'm thinking about it, because once you put this in, you know, it's supposed to fit very nicely, just like that. So my biggest concern is this, but I have noticed that when I put this in, the next piece that comes in is gonna move it over. So it kind of closes it up in itself. Now, if I don't experience that when I put this next row of panels through here, because that's what's gonna lock this one in, if I'm not experiencing that, then I'm going to get that magic tape out and light block this area to create that solid line, so you're not seeing this and that. Because if you think about it, I'll give you an example. If you bring the camera across like they did on the model, you don't want to see discrepancies. You don't want it when it comes in and it shows this. You don't want to see that. So you want it from afar to be able to like not notice anything. So real quick, that's the only thing that's been bugging me on this section here. But we're gonna see today if this will be doing the same thing. And if so, it might be just like the upper side of the saucer, where eventually everything kind of tightens itself and comes together. But other than that, back to your regularly scheduled video. Okay, so I have managed to put in the 3 FM screws. I did a little touch up over here. I fixed the light leak that was coming in here. So that's a bonus for us. However, the light leak on this side, it's a little tricky, but I'm gonna wait and see what happens when we put this panel in on the next, because something didn't seem too right to me. But there's just a couple inconsistencies where this one lines up perfectly right, and this one's got a little bit more of an extra millimeter of a gap. But other than that, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because there's no light leak. So no little light leaks when I ran it through. So I think what's going to happen is if you're going to use this in the future for any kind of like photography or whatever, the only way to get rid of those light leaks is to do like they did on the original model and put a little sheen of light coming across. It'll take out the imperfections. That's the only thing I could find when I did a little camera test with my camera. But however, we will be moving on now. I turned on all the lights, as you can see, so I'm going to turn this off, give you a little view. And there it is, guys, a little view of the lighting there. And one thing I like about this is that when there's just a little bit of light shining on it, those light leaks that we do see do tend to disappear and the imperfections disappear. So this thing is really built good for camera wise, as long as you bring that camera, you bring the camera in kind of like at an angle, just like the real camera did when it panned over to make those flyby images for us. But with other than that, we're going to move on to the next adventure. We're going to move on to stage 68, guys. Here we go. And so there you have it, guys, all of our parts. We're going to be putting on this, and yet again, it's another metal piece. I'm going to let you know a little tidbit here real quick. This is where a screw's going to go, okay? So when you're looking at it, yeah, these are all life pods, but there's going to be a screw in here, and then there's going to be a separate life pod that will be sticking on top of that we'll be putting on. Now, it does not have it here in this, and I don't see it here. So that's a good thing because, we need to put that in at a later date. So, but they do show us the screw. There is a 68F. I think this is one of my, this one I think is, oh, there it is. Almost thought it was the Eaglemoss one where they were missing the item and I had to reorder it. But there's our life pod right there that's going to go right in that little slot, 68F. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, unwrap this, and we'll put it together. Okay, so part of step A, now that we've put all the life pods in, is to put our black panel piece on, which is a really great tool. It seems to be really blocking the lights. So that's a plus for us guys here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself the AM screws, and we're going to put them in. There's just 2 of them, okay? And that's it, guys. It's all connected and ready to go. So our good part right now is to attach it to the saucer. And this is going to be going in the slot on where I showed you those light leaks. Okay, so we brought the saucer section back. I'm just going to give you a little heads up. This is where the panel will be going. Once we have this panel in, along with our little front panel here. So basically we're going to be attaching this first to here, and then you're going to mount it onto here, okay? So first things first, you want to get your DM screws and you want to put them in real good, because this little sucker is going to go right on in, okay? So this is going to be quite the adventure. Now remember, it is interlocking, okay, for those front panels. There's one way that this goes in and then one part that's going to stick out. So you want to make sure you put it in the right way, okay? So just so you know, it is going to go on just like this, okay? It's going to go on, and that long side is the side that you want over here, okay? So we're going to get that going, and we'll be right back. So that's how you want it to look, guys. You want that short stubby side on this side, and then the long over approach and the long indent on the side of the screw. What we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how easy this goes in. It goes in pretty easy. Now, if you do it this way, it's going to come in easy, right? However, you want to be careful because you need that little lip that's on this panel here to go inside the little slot here. So what I normally did, like I did for the other side, was I came from this side and kind of just rolled it in and then slid it in. That way that top panel is locked in on here, and then all you have to do is just screw it in after that. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this little puppy in, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. And so I'm just gonna make it so you guys can see this, that it just seemingly comes across. All right, so you can see how now it's gonna really link into all the stuff from the top and then the bottom. And you're gonna see here, as you come along, you can see how the panels popped up, and then you have this. So, you know, so that's pretty nifty. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys real quick with it turned on, so you can see that it really does get rid of a lot of those light leaks that we were seeing from the front, because it really tightens everything up. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool deal. All right, so we're doing really well here. Okay, we're doing pretty well. So this is a bonus for now. Okay, so I'm pretty content with how far and we've gotten and how it looks. So without further ado, we're gonna get on a moving, because we got to work on that pylon next. Okay, so step C is easy. We just take the phaser array that we have here. I've already pre-put in the springs. For whatever reason they need to be there, but they're there. All right, so the springs are there, the phaser strip is there. So we're gonna jump on in to step D. Okay, so we have step D here, and we have our other piece that we have for the other half of the pylon, and I brought the pylon support structure here. So this is what we're gonna do. On the last one, remember how we had these little dots to cover in the screw holes? Well, we're gonna do it for both sides now, because now I see how things are panning out. So we're just gonna go ahead and seal everything up here. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait, because stage 69 brings that panel that's gonna cover this whole top half here. So we're gonna hold off for just a few more minutes. So now that's looking pretty snazzy, guys. We have our phaser strips in, everything's looking pretty tight. Nothing's looking pretty bad here. So that's a bonus, guys. So other than that, we're gonna move on to stage 69. Right, here's stage 69. I have the two transporter emitters. They're gonna go here. We're gonna go ahead, put those on, and believe it or not, we're gonna be jumping into another little part, which is gonna be stage 70 shortly after this. There it is, guys. It's all set, all done. So we're gonna jump into stage 70. Okay, so here's all of our parts. We're looking pretty snazzy. We're gonna be putting in these. I had to go back and put the FM screw in here. Somehow I managed to forget that part. But we got this. I'm not liking this here, so I'm gonna go and see if I can fix that up. But there's a little hiccup in the red line here. So I might have picked up the wrong package. This might have been the Eaglemoss package and not the Fan Home package. So, so other than that, these are all the parts for 70. So let's get cracking. And guys, just a quick little tidbit for you. Here's stage 70. But just wanted to let you guys know that if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that little subscribe bell down there at the bottom of the screen. And that way you get all the updates as we go faster and faster on building our flagship model of the Enterprise D. We hope to see you guys subscribe and then go ahead and start watching this. As of course you may or may not know already, but we do have other models going on in the shop, and we have plastic models of the Enterprise D coming here shortly to our model shop. So hang in there, guys. We're on for a really great adventure. And we also have some metal, basically metal renditions of the Enterprise. Here is a quick preview of kind of some of our stuff that we're going to be showcasing. This one here is a 3D printed metal die cast of the Enterprise E. All right. So, like I said, guys, go ahead, hit that like and share and subscribe button because we got a lot going on. Plus, we have some X06 products that we're going to be showcasing here on the model shop because they are, in a way, a model in itself. Alrighty. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. And back to your regularly scheduled movie for today. Okay, so here's what I did, guys. I went back and I got the one from the fan home. It has a better line on it. I'm satisfied with that. It's clean and crisp. So we're going to move on. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get this panel here. It's another metal one. We're going to put the escape pods in. And now we just take 2 AM screws and put them in here, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so the other thing of step A is going to be attaching this piece. So we're going to go ahead and attach this right onto the panel, and then we will screw it in with 2 DM screws. Okay, so now that that is all done, it looks pretty good. I would just give you a little warning. There is an issue with the screw. I had a backup and it broke. So what happened was the screw here, it broke off. So I just got the other one and screwed it in, and then that broke. So I had to kind of lock it down with some sticky stuff so that it would stay that way. But other than that, we're going to bring back the saucer and connect this in. Okay, so as you can see, we got to put this piece right up in here. It's going to be very tricky, guys, especially with this little piece here. That's a little, well, it looks like the glue and everything that I put on it is working pretty good. So what we're going to do, without further ado, is I'm going to connect this into here. There's a screw hole here for this one and a screw hole here for this. So we're going to go ahead, put it in just like so, and then we will attach the top half. So just be careful when you do it because it's going to be tricky. All right, so now that it's in, it's secured, everything is locked nice and tight. There is seem to be some kind of a light leak right here, but I'm going to go and fix that up here soon. I got some stuff I can use to kind of fix this issue. There was a little bit of light leaks in there, but I think it's going to be covered up once we put the escape pod stickers on. So, and I did not mess with these yet. I leave them off to the side because I feel that if I mess with these right now and I go ahead and put them in, if I have to go back and change something, I won't be able to. So I am going to be leaving these alone for now. And then we're just going to move on to our next thing, which does not involve the saucer. It involves the secondary hull. All right, so with the secondary hull, you can see where we got it. Got a little torpedo launcher tube back here. But what we're going to be focusing on is these 2 dots here and these 2 dots here. What we're going to be doing is we're just going to plug these in from the back side here. And the way that they kind of go in is kind of just like this. All right, so that way these pieces sticking up will then stick up on top of these, and then we will just screw these in with CP screws. And there you have it on this side, the two black dots. Good. All right, and then we're screwed in right there with our CP screws. And ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much concludes our video today. All right, so if you want to see some behind the scenes, don't worry, we will be showing those later on. Since we are now a little bit over the halfway mark, so be prepared that the behind the scenes stuff will be coming here soon. That way you can see what's inside the magazines that we've been using if you haven't already gotten the product from FanHome. I did see on their website that they are bringing it back, so if you want to get it, you can. I'll also be giving a critique here at the end of this build, explaining all the headaches and the issues that we've had, and to kind of let you know if it's worth it or not. But for once again, I would like to say thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and Keep on modeling, guys.